I was reading an article just the other day that indicated that Ferdinand Porsche, founder of the Porsche company, produced one of the world's first hybrid electric vehicles back in 1899. Who knew? Well, here we are, a mere 121 years later, and Porsche is at it again with their very first fully electric 2020 Taycan. The Taycan comes with two electric motors powering both the front and rear wheels for all-wheel drive capability. These motors are mated to a two-speed automatic transmission, which is a first for a full electric car, I believe, and is mounted in the rear. First gear thrust is only available when the car is in Sport or Sport Plus mode to give it that extra punch of acceleration, while second gear takes over for cruising speeds and extended driving range. This beautifully styled supercar comes in 3 different trim level packages with 4 different battery setups. The 4S generates 520 horsepower. You can get a 4S with a battery upgrade that'll pump out 560 horsepower. The turbo version kicks out 670 horsepower, and the Turbo S we're looking at here, well, when coupled with the launch control mode, will generate 750 horsepower, 775 gut-wrenching pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 for 2.8 seconds. The starting prices here in the States range only from $105,000 to $186,350 plus. The Turbo S we're looking at today, $206,950. How many would you like? Okay, now for a blinding flash of the obvious. There is no gas-powered engine in the Taycan, so there can be no turbocharger involved here. So what's in the Turbo name? I believe it's more of a badging of a vehicle, a statement that the Turbo and the Turbo S can outperform the 4S all day long. They have more to offer. They're more of a premium version of the Taycan. Enough said. Now, the Taycan comes with a driving range of about 200 miles, and you get about 69 miles per gallon electric combined. And there you can even adjust the suspension system to get a drag coefficient of 0.22 to help with that driving range. But then again, I believe few people are going to invest in the Porsche Taycan to take it on long road trips. They want the Porsche power and performance above all else, and the Taycan delivers. It comes with an 800-volt, 93.4 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack that's set low in the floor for a lower center of gravity. And it comes in about 1,400 pounds. When you combine that with the 3,800 pounds and all of the suspension systems available, such as the 4D chassis control, Torque Vectoring Plus, Dynamic Sport chassis control, active suspension management system, rear axle steering, limited slip differential, the drive mode selects, the standard air suspension and adaptive dampers, the list goes on and on. Well, when you have that technology and that weight, this Taycan can really hug the road and corners at breakneck speeds under just about any driving condition. Just take it out to the track and you'll see what I mean. The exterior styling of the Taycan is absolutely stunning, as evidenced by this beautifully sloping front hood line and sophisticated front end with a little bit of a sport package down here with the carbon fiber. But what really stands out are Porsche's signature LED 4-spot matrix headlights. It just gives it a menacing and yet glorious look, especially at night. Plus, you have your integrated fog light as well. The Taycan comes with all the latest and greatest driver assistance features, and you can see that with some of the sensors and the cameras that surround the vehicle. But I'm about to show you one of the most technologically advanced features on this vehicle. Amazing, it's incredible. You will be absolutely blown away. Are you ready? Check this out. Swipe of a hand, bam, opens up like a champ. You have some storage area up here, but there's not much to it, so I would recommend just keeping your, charging cables or something, maybe your lunch, something like that down there, but not much else. But isn't that cool? You can open this up, flip of a hand. Now, of course, you can do it from inside on the touch panel as well as on your key fob, but I just thought you'd like to know. Our Turbo S comes with the Porsche ceramic composite brakes, which you definitely need to help control the power this mad machine is capable of producing. And you get amazing choices of different wheel styles that look absolutely stunning. And they come in a 19, 20, or 21 inch, depending on the trim level. And in the rear, of course, you have, traditional LED brake lights and backup lights, but here you see the Porsche signature light bar going from end to end, which again makes it really stand out at night. Plus, it also helps to accentuate the Porsche call-out, where the letters look almost glass, and they're laid against what looks like a digital circuit board back there. You also have a 3-stage deployable rear spoiler that is speed activated. At 60 miles an hour, it goes to level 1, a little faster, level 2, and then for track driving primarily, you can take it all the way up to level 3. Plus, there's even a cleaning mode where you can pop it out a little bit to help clean the spoiler, as well as your fully lowered position. Now in the rear, there's another button, bam, for your rear cargo space. And inside, you have 16 cubic feet of cargo space with a little storage areas on the side, as well as an additional storage area down here. And you can also add additional space with a 60-40 split folding rear seat. So it really gives you a lot more cargo space than you'd first imagine when you look at the vehicle. And of course, a lot of buttons in this car. As far as charging the Taycan is concerned, you can do it on either side with simply the swipe of your hand. The driver's side has the AC charger and the AC-DC chargers on the passenger side. Now, this can accept a super fast charger and go from 5% to 80% charge in about 20 minutes, but those superchargers are far and few in between. So I would just bank on the 150 volt or the 220 volt chargers and take it from there. Plan your trip accordingly. If you did want to set up your own charging unit at home, I understand you can even just contact Amazon.com, and then they'll come out, set it up, and you'll be good to go. Now in the back seat of the Taycan, we were looking at room for 2. You do have a 4+1 seating capability, but I don't imagine that's going to be very comfortable for that middle passenger. So the back seats now, though, are nicely bolstered, and they've reconfigured the battery system a little bit, so they lowered the back seats to give taller people, you know who you are, a little more headroom. And this is also helped by this fixed glass panel that goes from end to end, really panoramic, view that gives it a nice spacious, airy feel to it. Plus, taller people have a little more headroom, and that's a good thing. You've got nice sculpted back seats for a little bit of leg room. Here you also have a little storage spot, your usual cup holders, armrest. Again, it's a 60-40 split folding seat for convenience. And you're in a luxurious vehicle because now the back seat has a 5.9-inch screen for the quad zone air conditioning, as well as heated seats, and that's pretty cool. This is really a nice rear seat area, but I do believe this vehicle is designed more for the driver and the passenger rather than us back here. And actually, it's really not even for the passenger up front, it's for the driver. The first thing you notice when you get into the Taycan is that it is laid out Porsche perfect. Only it's been so updated with their 16.8-inch digital wraparound screen right in front of the driver. Plus, you have another 10.9-inch screen for your infotainment system, navigation system right here. And then there's an 8.4-inch screen for your multimedia access points, because you have kind of a redundant buttonage here. But you also have your air conditioning and climate control system, as well as a fingertip scrolling system. As you can see right here, I am maneuvering, here I'm gonna get home here, let me hit home. I am maneuvering the screen up top using the touch screen down below. For the navigation system, you can actually write in your destination, kind of Audi sort of virtual cockpit in there, but it is very futuristically laid out. And you can also get an additional optional 10.9-inch screen for the passenger on this side. But I guess if you have somebody you're going on a long trip and the passenger wants to set the navigation, you have your Porsche Connect capabilities. You can find your restaurants, you can locate your destinations for your charging stations. The passenger could set all that up, but we don't have it on here right now. But anyway, we got enough buttonage to keep ourselves busy. This is the Sport GT multi-function steering wheel here, which is great, which you do have your drive mode select right here, as well as some other cool features. And let me go through this. First, you got your lights on the left-hand side, and these are haptic little, but you can touch them, adjust them right there. So you don't have a secondary button or a shift or anything like that. This is where the start-stop button is. right here. It's kind of a nice nod to Porsche racing heritage, having it on the left-hand side. You have power-controlled, adjustable tilt and telescopic steering, and it is one amazing vehicle. And it's all available here, push of a button. You know what we might want to do? Take it for a spin. Behind the wheel at last of the 2020 Taycan. This is gonna be fun. All right, now we're gonna try the acceleration out here once these cars go by. And that's the weird thing. You really have to keep the gap between you and the car ahead of you, because you can stomp on it. Even though they go by like that, boom, you'll be on them in just a flash. It's nuts, it's crazy, it's insane. Nobody behind me. Hold on. 17. 70.
I'm too tall, so I hit my head on the roof when you did that.
That's my camera guy in the back, just so you know. Oh my God. That was just so smooth. And I know when you have it in the Sport Plus, that's when you can engage both gears. The first gear for the acceleration, that burst, and the second gear for your cruising and driving range. So that was fun. Now, it is just like gliding on ice. Seriously. Of course, this is all-wheel drive, and that'll give you that enhanced traction and control no matter what. The handling, the suspension systems, you know, your rear wheel steering, so at lower speeds they go opposite directions to give you better control. Higher speeds, they sync up. Yeah, the suspension and the air suspension, you can control the height of the vehicle as well. In fact, on your digital screen up here, you can actually control that. I can control my sport modes up here and my air suspension settings over here. And then you, of course, have a customizable button here, as well as on the steering wheel. You've got your multi-function GT steering, nice leather control. That's cool. It's telling me on my multimedia interface display that I'm going to be merging right over here. It's kind of nice. A 16.8 multimedia interface display right here, which is absolutely gorgeous. And on this, you have your light controls with a touch of a button. You do have configurable readouts as far as that's concerned. There's a little button right here on the steering wheel so I can bounce from view to view, speedometer. I can put my navigation in there. I can extend it out for a full view, just like the, you know, Audi virtual cockpit kind of feel to it. G-force readouts that you can go through here. Maybe I can scroll through this a little bit. Let's go here. Let's scroll up. Let's go to G-force. Bam. Now, I don't have a lot of G-force going on, but there's a reading for it. Come back here, you have traffic sign, assistance, all-wheel system. You can see what wheels are getting torque. Right now, we're biased to the rear. Dead center, you have your chrono package, of course, with your clock. But you got a 10.9-inch screen here for your multimedia information. It'll give you all your navigation, your phone settings, your car settings, things of that nature, give you instructions on how to do stuff. You have your home link in case you want to open and close your garage doors, what have you. So you have your controls for your air conditioning unit. You've got your driver assistance features, you can change the interior ambient lighting here in the comfort mode, the driver seat position, as far as air conditioning, cooling, heating. Plus you can also get the optional massaging seats, which I always recommend highly. Your air conditioning, okay, everybody knows this. Your air conditioning vents, they don't move. You have to go into your AC mode. You've got your vents, you take your finger and you I'm pushing the air where I want it to go. So digital. As far as sound systems are concerned, you have the standard Bose system, 700 watt power, but you can step up to the Burmester, and that is 22 speakers, I believe, and including subwoofer, 1,455 watts of amazing sound with their high-performance 3D surround sound system. Absolutely incredible. It's a mere $5,280 option, but worth every penny. You know, for a second I thought you had the auto start stop on this vehicle, but then I realized it's an electric car. You're not gonna hear anything unless you put on the sport sound, which you can adjust accordingly. And if you put it in Sport and Sport Plus, that's where you're able to jump into the launch control to get this thing totally jacked out. Hold on. Oh my God. You don't feel the acceleration, you just experience the speed. It is exhilarating. And I'm not even gonna try the launch control. I'm not even that insane. I don't have the space to do it. But if you ever get a chance to take this out on a track or on a wide open road without El Policia, then I would definitely do that. All right, now, it's a great cruiser. There's no doubt about it. But people wonder, is it a good daily driver? I believe it is. Now, of course, if I'm just gonna go daily driving, I'm gonna adjust my drive mode. Oh, let me do it over here. I'm gonna push it over here. I'm in Sport Plus, I push it again, I'm taking it off, bam. Let me go to normal. Twist of a knob, piece of cake. This does absorb the bumps nicely in normal. And Sport Plus, a little rougher, a little tougher. But let me do this. Let me go here. Let me go here. I'm going back to power meter, so take out my Navi. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here, touch a button, and I'm gonna go to Navi right here. So just beautiful, crisp, clear screen, fingertip control, very intuitive, very responsive, very Porsche. Okay, glove box, not much room. They do have a little storage space there. Bit of room here in the center console. You got your USBs, and I believe the USB-Cs, but you do have adapters in case you have your old USB connectivity. Speaking of phones, you do have a wireless phone charger inside the center console here, and the vehicle does take Apple CarPlay, but not Android Auto. So, I tell you what, if you got an Android phone and you buy this car, go get an Apple. Don't worry about it. You can afford it. Oh, yeah. You do have cup holders. Yay. 2. And side bottle holders, just little ones over here. Here it is. Got my bottle. Plus, the center console is opening right here. You've got your USBs. And I don't call it the center console. I call it my microfiber holder. Because I do recommend when you get one of these vehicles, you have a microfiber cloth nearby, because you do have fingerprints everywhere after a while. So there. I'm gonna go over here to the center screen. I've got my digital readout for my speedometer, which is one of my traditional ones, my power meter reading. I'm gonna hit extended map. And now the center readout is just like I said, the full navigation. So you can just definitely see where you're going. And you can even, if you're looking for a destination on this bottom screen, you can just take your finger and start to write out the letters, and it'll take you right there. Like if I want to go to a gas station, I would go to, I'm not going to go to a gas station, it's electric, come on, caught you. Now, of course, you do have a 200-mile average range, and that obviously depends on, the weather condition, how many people you're carrying, things of that nature, how much energy you're using, but the reality of it is you have so many chargers nowadays across the country that you can bump into, and I know VW is heavily into it, so Porsche is as well, and charging shouldn't be a problem. I was at the gym and there was 6 or 7 chargers sitting right out there in the gym parking lot. I was like, what? So yeah, they're everywhere. So that's a good thing, and you can plan your trip accordingly. One of the nice things too that you'll find with most electric cars is that when you have your car plugged in at home or in the office, what have you, you can preheat or pre-cool the car. So you're not using that energy when you get in the car to start to drive, so that helps to extend your range. Oh, now we got a little bit of sunshine. You can see this panoramic glass top is absolutely gorgeous, and it's specially treated and tinted so that you're not going to have ultraviolet rays. It's not going to be boiling you out in the heat, because Porsche wants to keep you safe. It doesn't want to get you any sunburn or anything like that, because there isn't a sliding cover. So yeah, that's very cool. But these 18-way adjustable power seats, oh my gosh, you got all the room in the world. And of course they are memory seating right over here, which is nice. You have so many choices on ways to personalize the interior with a little aluminum treatment, little carbon fiber accent like you see here. You can get different open poured woods. You have leather choices. You have even a faux leather cloth seat, which is really kind of cool. It really grips you nice. I was sitting in one the other day. And so you do have choices, so many ways to personalize this vehicle. And it's quiet. Well, I don't mean just quiet because it's an electric car. I mean it's quiet because you don't hear a lot of road noise, wind noise, anything like that. Electric sport mode. I'm gonna put it on. Gotta put it on. Oh yeah, now you hear the buzz. Ooh, it's space age. It does sound like a spaceship. That is cool. And of course you have the normal sounds to alert pedestrians because your electric car is so silent, but this is neat. Oh man, I should have had that on the whole time. Anyway, I'm sorry. Well, you'll have to try it out for yourself, okay? You just definitely will become a believer, okay? Electricity is the future, and Porsche's ahead of the game. The pursuit of power and performance are clearly evident in the 2020 Taycan. And Porsche is paving the way for the high-performance electric future that we're all heading towards. And if there's an electric car in your future, you definitely owe it to yourself to check out the new Taycan. You won't be disappointed. How do you like that? I did an entire electric car review and didn't mention Tesla once. How do you like that?